Hi there. My name is Ian Daniels, and after reading the case study on the Harvard Business Review on Heidi Roizen, I wanted to share some of my thoughts and some analysis on her life, her professional excellence in the tech industry, and specifically her ability to network like a champ. Heidi Roizen was introduced to the tech industry at a young age when her father started a company around the age of 10 when she was 10 years old. His company did fail, but it did give her an up-close and personal look into this industry. Her mother was a cafeteria worker, so growing up in a split home, she was definitely humbled to see financial burden and responsibility. So we saw, though, her at a young age own some responsibility and entrepreneurship by starting her own puppet show business before going to college. She went to college at Stanford and pursued a degree in creative writing. While there, she got engaged, but during her junior year, her fiancé tragically died in an accident. Besides all the apparent reasons of this being a major life-changing event, this event caused her to rethink totally what she was doing in life, what her drive was, and why she was pursuing what she was pursuing. So with that, she finished her degree early, 2 quarters early, and she went ahead and looked for a job in the tech industry. Now with a creative writing degree, this was definitely challenging, but she applied for a job with a company called Tandem as the editor of their employee newsletter. So she actually did reach out to a close friend of hers who knew someone there, got in touch with the manager who was hiring for the position, actually called that manager and expressed her interest in the position. They hit it off right away, and she got the job. With that, you would think an entry-level position, it's going to take her a long time to move her way up. However, she happened to work with the CEO of the company on a regular basis and many of the senior executives due to the nature of her job. She needed to be informed on the company, the direction of the company, and the big picture ideas. So she was able to sit in on these meetings and talk to all of these people. And the CEO valued her as well because it gave him a great ability to contact and communicate with his employees very quickly. So while she was there, she pursued her MBA at Stanford, and after finishing that, she looked for a new job. She actually left Tandem to go start a company with her brother. One of her brothers created a software called Table Maker, and it was a new software that was kind of like a very old school Microsoft Excel. The company did well. Her and her brother didn't see eye to eye, so she did eventually buy her brother out. But when Macintosh launched some of their first computers, they bought into this software big time, and it went really well. It was very user-friendly. The software was, but they were unable to scale due to their lack of willingness to enter into venture, raising money through venture capitalism. And so they decided to operate everything off of cash flow. And because of the inability to scale, they did have to sell out. After that, after being a CEO of a tech company there in Silicon Valley, she did get a job with Apple as a high executive. While working at Apple, she was able to build her network, maintain her network, and expand it. And her position there was to work with people that other software companies that Macintosh dealt with. And Apple was not doing well at the time, so she had to work very hard to keep key accounts for the company. After Apple, she kind of got burnt out and decided to become a mentor capitalist. And with that, she was able to be an advisor for many companies and join some boards, and seemed to really enjoy this job. She had more control of her schedule and her personal life, which allowed her to have more dinner parties, which she was well known for, inviting only the highest echelon people in the Silicon Valley. But she was very intentional about who she invited, why she invited them, so that really people could benefit from knowing each other. While being a mentor capitalist, she came across a company called SoftBank that was full of venture capitalists, and she joined their team to help decide which companies to go with, which companies to invest in. And this was the perfect fit for her. And applying the book that we read to this, in Give and Take, Heidi Roizen is definitely a giver in every sense of the idea. She helped everyone that she came across as much as she could. And the LinkedIn post written by the same author of the book, she very much understood altruism and how relationships should always mutually benefit multiple people. In the video of The Science of Persuasion, we saw that reciprocators have to respond, and she understood that. We saw that in the dinner parties that she had and the connections that she made. So, thank you very much.